Hey guys, welcome along to this video. Another quick video, but I must put a disclaimer out first, just in case anyone is thinking this is on Xbox. Obviously it's not released for another 4 days. I think it's the 10th of November. This track pack gets released. There's also a car pack that gets released, but I won't be covering that today. In this video it will just be the 3 tracks, the America tracks that get released. Now these get released on Thursday the 10th of November. I think they're going to be coupled with another patch / bug fix as far as I'm aware, so we'll just have to see what that entails. Hopefully that won't affect anything in the game too drastically. Hopefully it rectifies some of the issues with, say, like trying to get your setups, replays as well. They're not sort of working properly, and a few more bits and pieces. But as I said, this video is primarily just to sort of run through the 3 tracks and what to expect and what they're like, basically. Obviously, like I said, bearing in mind this is on PC, but I just feel there hasn't been a lot, if anything, from 505 and Kunos to sort of promote the tracks coming to console. I know there was a lot of hype and videos and stuff, and teaser videos, I think, way before these were released on PC. But yeah, nothing on console. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run through the 3 tracks. We're going to sort of go around the tracks, sort of view them, then we're going to do a lap, and that's about it. I'll just talk what I feel of the tracks, what the tracks I like, what tracks I don't like. But yeah, like I said, guys, let's get into it, and hope you enjoy the video. Okay guys, so the beauty of PC, but saying that, I'm sure we could possibly be able to do this now on Xbox. I'm sure I read somewhere that if there is keyboard support, especially for replays coming outside of the car for pictures, but obviously I haven't tried this, so like I said, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, we're going to do a track walk, and then after it we'll do a lap in the car. We're going to start off where we usually start off, at the start of the race. I'm sure though the timing beam for the start of the lap is further back. That way, see, when we come to the end, we'll point it out. But I'm sure the actual start for the GT3s is here. I could be mistaken. I said I haven't done many laps here, so yeah. But like I said, we'll get on with it. You can see the pits, the big timer board, position board. I'm going to come up the hill, bit of a steep one, try and get the perspective of the elevation change at the top. As you can see, if I come down to the track, see actually how steep it is. Really steep. Your braking zone is going to be compromised slightly, being uphill braking. Turn it around, as you can see, it's a bit of a steep one. Not sure what that is over in the left. Is a go-kart track, possibly. I do love the way Kunos 505 have done these tracks. They've actually sort of got, as you can see, it's sort of laid out. You've got the paddock, the back of the paddock. You've got the helicopter there as well, as you can just see to the left. We'll sort of pan it out, as you can see that. I mean, it actually stretches way beyond the track, which is really, really good. I remember some games, even now, you get the track and that's it. Anything past the sort of fence line is sort of nothingness, so to speak. It isn't there, but yeah, Kunos seems to do the tracks really well, though, which is just makes them a lot more sort of realistic, lifelike, so to speak. So yeah, coming down, this is the sort of first part of the track that's going to take a while to get used to, I'd say. Obviously learning the speed through here, try not to push it too much. Obviously push it too much and you go wide for But say if you went wide for the start, you're going to compromise yourself then all the way through here, and you're going to lose lap time. Also, as well, you have to be aware of sort of track limits. I'm sure track limits on here are actually quite tight. Yeah, ever so easy to run sort of off the track, or not even off the track. I'm sure when this was released, people were complaining, saying that the track limits were too much. People still sort of had 2 tyres on the track, 2 on the curb, and they were getting sort of track warnings, track cuts. So yeah, not good. Not sure how it'll be in the console version. I wouldn't have thought they would have sorted that out. They'll probably just port it straight over from PC. So that's the sort of twisty section. As I said, important to get that correct, because obviously you don't want to lose lap time. I'd say it's probably very rewarding once you do, being a sort of left-right, yeah, very, very rewarding getting it right and on the limit of the car as well. So you can see a bit of another elevation change. Obviously going up again, we've come up from T1, proper T1, there's the sort of elevation, and then this part. So I would have thought this would probably be the highest point of the track, because obviously over the sort of brow of the hill here, it then starts to go down. Have a pan around. So yeah, safely say the highest point of the track. See the whole of the track in the distance. Shame I can't speed this up a little bit more. This is sort of, I think ×8, obviously on the replay settings, and it's can't go any quicker. Which is a shame. If it was a smaller track, it would be better. Take as long, but yeah. Obviously down the hill, coming into what I would have or think is an important part of the track. In most tracks with a long straight, your sort of your corner before leading onto the straight is very important to carry as much speed or get to a good top speed down the straight, and obviously not lose lap time. So we all know this track anyway, or I would have thought we all know it through the sort of F1. Obviously round on the apex, and then onto this long straight, long back straight. Not many fans in the grandstand really. They're sort of all bunched up in bunches with loads of space. Over to the right, you got some car parking, recovery vehicle there to the left. As it is a long old straight. Yeah, we'll take a lap after this in the car and sort of get from the car's perspective. See the fans to the right. Again, as you can see, sort of over to the right, the sort of detail still of sort of outside the track is it's just really good. Obviously, there's not a lot over there looking at it, but I mean, it'd be good if we can do this now on console with sort of keyboard support, because I have in the past at certain tracks gone for a sort of wander outside the track confines, so to speak, and had a search around. I think Zolder's got maybe it's a skate park, or it might be a go-kart track as well, just outside of the track. And it's just really good to sort of explore And now finally coming up to the end of the long straight. We have a grandstand. So hit your braking zone, probably on that 150 board to be fair. I mean, as you can see, the rubber's already on the track. Good indicator where to brake as well with the rubber. Coming around this apex, we'll slightly cut it. See now coming into, I would have thought this is sector 3 starting. Have a lap board there. Got sort of a line here. I presume this is the start of sector 3, the more technical sector of the track. Where you'll probably get a lot of dive bombs, a lot of overtaking done at this part or point of the track. And obviously coming around here, there's slightly different ways to take it. Obviously you can see the rubber laid down on the track, which is sort of an indication of where the sort of or a lot of the cars would go, the sort of racing line, so to speak. But I mean, you could probably come out a lot wider here to sort of, yeah, cut the corner, so to speak. Again, coming round close to the finish of the circuit now, the end. A lot of gantries and, yeah, little bridges on this track. Again, the detail is just, yeah, so good. I would have thought that it's, yeah, digitally scanned. I think that's the norm now. There's no sort of, yeah, taking multiple photos of the track when you visit it and then try and replicate it into a game. I'm sure it's, yeah, all digitally scanned. It's the sort of perfect layout. See the back of the paddock. Back of the pits. It's really, really good, the detail that goes into the tracks. Line there, not sure what that line is. Come around to the second to last corner. You're still with me on this, fair play. It has taken a bit of time. The track walk, I think it's quicker than if we were walking it, but as you can see on the left, the pit entrance is, yeah, a good position on the track. Obviously not going to be holding anyone up. Sweeping over to the left to come into the pits. Coming up to the final corner. There's a bit of a runoff there. Well, that's all coned off or blocked off, obviously when the F1 go. So sure about that, but yeah, around the final corner. See the start finish line will come up. Not sure if it's this one. It might be the next one. Here you've got the little box on the left as well with the guy in it. So yeah, there's the start finish straight, and that's your track walk. Okay guys, so here we go. I'm just going to do a quick lap. Not going to obviously push it. I'm going to try and get around the track in one piece. Oh yeah, round the final corner. So the lap is starting now, so it is obviously the second line. Not the line up here, but I'm sure this is where you start the race. So it might be like the F1 track. Easing off, getting it turned in, trying not to run too wide. Now down to the part of the track I don't like. Because I haven't done many laps here, so we're going to take it easy. Oh, we're sliding a little bit. Okay. So it'll probably take me, a good few laps. Obviously set up. I'm not running one, get your tyres into the right window, and then be able to push the track. Into a heavy braking zone. I don't know what gear you take this in. First seems okay. And the throttle down a long back straight. Very long back straight. And my braking point, which will probably go on the change of surface, or not so much surface, but yeah, where the rubber's been laid down. Good reference point. I'm going to come out wide, try and cut it back in, which an invalid lap as well. So that goes to show you the where you can sort of go, or how far out the track, which, to be fair, doesn't seem very far. I technically still have two wheels on the track, but it's give me a track cut, but oh well. So yeah, around the final corner. Across the line. Okay, so Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Again, we'll do track walk as we did with COTA without the car, just to show you sort of the layout of the track, and then we will do the one lap in the car, get the perspective from obviously driving the track. Not one of my favourite tracks, if I'm honest. I've never liked it, to be fair. I've never liked it in Forza. So yeah, it's definitely not one of my top tracks. In order of the tracks, I'd say that this would be the third, then COTA would be second, then Watkins Glen is the track that I like, which will come up and do the track walk and stuff last. But yeah, let's get into this one. So as you can see, the start finish line, that's a nice touch. Putting in a brick for an anniversary. That's it on the start finish line. can see. Yeah, nice touch there. So head along. Again, this is part of the actual speedway track. There's the pit lane, a bit like Laguna Seca with sort of no pit boxes. Not sure how many cars you can fit, but yeah, it is a very long pit lane as well. So a big chunk of time would be lost in a pit stop. So yeah, we'll go along. As I said, this is the start finish straight. As you can see, it is part of the actual original speedway / raceway, the oval. But obviously in Assetto Corsa Competizione, this is the sort of inner track, the actual track itself, not the oval. I think it would have been fun if they'd have had an oval where you could run the oval in a GT3 car flat out. Test your top speed and stuff. I think that would be pretty interesting. So you're coming up to the end of the pit line, as you can see there to the right. Now this is my issue with this track. It's obviously, I'm not sure if this is like this in real life. I presume it is, unless they've changed it recently. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can see. We'll come across. So with a pit exit, obviously you're up to speed. Obviously you're gonna have to slow down anyway because it is a corner. But there's not. Obviously there is a slight line, as you can see, but it's a very sharp turn. And yeah, I think drivers are just going to come straight out onto the track and cut the white line and not realise. I think I did it the first time I sort of went on this track as well. So yeah, bit of a weird one, bit of a weird pit exit there. So follow it around. As you can see in the distance, you can see the actual oval track. I presume they've got it all the way around as well. The actual sort of the actual track map itself is sort of inside the proper oval. Obviously all the grandstands are empty, not being on the oval track. Again, lovely layout, very well scanned track. See the infield, back of a grandstand over there to the left. The big grandstands on the back of them on the start finish straight. Again, I'm sure this is quite a long track. Obviously you do get that big long start finish straight as well, a bit like COTA with the back straight. Again, when we get to that corner, yeah, trying to maximise it onto the start finish straight for sort of maximum top speed, better lap time. As I said, not one of my favourite tracks, to be fair. Probably could get used to it, I just haven't given it time. To be fair, I haven't really been on PC a lot. As you guys know, I'm on Xbox mainly, on ACC. So yeah, still not a bad track. I think it'd definitely take me quite a while to get used to it though. I think with Watkins Glen I was like, yeah, on it straight away. I like the track. Sort of part of, where would you call it, a back straight? I call it a back straight. It opens up. It's probably a good track to overtake on. The circuit does seem very wide. A bit like Kyle Army into the first corner, but you could probably fit about 5 cars wide. Over to the right, I think that's part of the paddock area. Obviously you've got all the mobile home / lorries, trailers. They're moving this time. You know, we're moving at COTA. Come around here, probably an easy corner to cut. This curb is raised on the inside though, so you wouldn't really want to cut it. Gain loads of detail in the distance. Around for the sort of technical section. And it's part of the actual oval coming up. I think we join the oval. Of course we do, to get onto the part of the oval. Actually we don't I think we come onto the oval here and then cut back in, memory serves, and then have another little technical section, and then you come back out, then back onto the part of the original oval circuit, and then onto the start finish straight. Interesting to see if you could mess about and get to here, turn the car around and actually get onto the oval track. Probably can't, they've probably got it all boxed off. Yeah, you can see up there in the distance. As I said, it's a shame. It'd be interesting to see what a GT3 car would be like around an oval track. Yeah, not sure if you would want to come out here. Obviously you've got the line for the track, so well, actually we do come out here, sorry. Okay, take that back, because you've got the curb on the inside. Okay, so yeah, we're going to be then coming onto the part of the oval track, the original, and coming back in field. Got the pit entrance there, a sort of nice entrance. You just sort of go straight on, instead of sort of peeling round to the left. But as I said, it is a very long pit, because it's pretty much all the way. Well, it is the whole length for the start finish straight. So let's say massive amount of time lost going in the pits. That's even before you sort of stop for your tyres and fuel. Coming back around, and then we join the original track. The hit limiter board there, limiter line, always good to know where it is, and overshoot and get a stop go. Spinning advertisement board, is it? Just, I don't know, I think it's just a square advertisement board. Yeah. See, coming down now to the start finish straight again. There you have it. Yeah, let's do a lap in the car. Okay, so here we go, let's do a lap. Quite a way away actually from the start finish straight, starting before the lap. Like COTA was quite close. Got to sort of do one turn. We're coming around now then into the original circuit. Let's start a lap. I have no clue where to brake for this first corner. Probably going to brake really early. Might have to slide off. As I said, don't like the track. Glad there's markings on the road. Gives me an indication. At least we can get around it quicker than the track walk, which is a bonus. We can move on to my favourite circuit. No telltale signs on the track back there for that corner. Right, this part again. Bit flat, yeah. Carry more speed. There you go, a lap of Indianapolis. Okay, so onto the final track of the America Track Pack. And this is Watkins Glen. I make no bones about it. I like this track. This is is my favourite track of the actual track pack. Again, as I said, I've always liked this track. So yeah, it goes straight in at number 1 for me of the track pack. As I said, second would be COTA, and then third would be Indianapolis. So, but yeah, same format again. We'll do a sort of track walk, and then we'll do a lap. Okay, so for the track walk, nice touch, the start-finish line. You can see Watkins Glen International. Turn it around, and we'll start the track walk. Again, to the right is the pit boxes again, a bit like the Gouda Seca. There's no actual box or building, so it's sort of open pit boxes. Nice touch at them. They're numbered as well, as you can see. Both their numbers are correct. Yeah, I think they are. So coming down to the first corner. Again, with this, as far as I'm aware, doing laps around here compared to say like the track on Forza, you can actually run quite wide out onto the left part of the track. You come around this corner. Whereas I remember on Forza you couldn't. It would just invalidate your lap straight away. Whereas with this one you can actually come across it quite a lot. I'm not 100% sure if you can actually come across with all 4 wheels on the curb. You would have to maybe test that theory out in the going around in the actual GT3 car itself. But yeah, all I remember with doing laps around here on this game, and say compared to Forza, is you can cross it a lot more than what you did in Forza. Remember, it was always a pain in the backside at Forza. You couldn't take a lot of the curbing. So yeah, coming around, so this is obviously sector 1. This will be flat out round here, then yeah, up the hill. Again, track detail is really good. Not sure if they're taking this one off, because I know this track is in the original Assetto Corsa. But they've taken that and just touched it up slightly. I'm not 100% sure. Not sure if the track has changed, actually, the real life track from what it is here. So obviously if it hadn't, it'd be a bit of a no-brainer than just to take it from Assetto. But yeah, I have run both tracks, and they are very, very similar or close. So yeah, coming up the hill again, as I said, this is a flat out section leading up to the horrible chicane. Yes, we have got the chicane. We don't get the joy of having different layouts to the tracks on ACC. For some strange reason, we just have the one track layout. That's it. Coming up, bit of a long straight. Obviously, when you're doing a track walk, when you're sort of thundering down in a GT3 car, it definitely doesn't seem as long. All the marbles on the outside of the track, showing which line you should be taking, or which part of the track you should be on. Coming up to the approach for the chicane. As far as I'm aware, obviously we'll see when we get up here sometime today. The curbs are flat, so you can take a lot of curb, obviously bearing in mind there is track limits. So, but yeah, I'm sure the curbs in Forza, there was like the big sausages, if I remember, or something. There was a sort of deterrent from stopping you from cutting too much of it, or just literally straight lining it. So as you can see, I mean, you've got the rubber marks on the curbs, shows how much you can take. It says obviously you want to be getting through it as quick as possible. I mean, this is probably one of the slowest sections, especially coming from a big long straight where you're thundering down at sort of almost your top speed. And the actual track itself and sort of beyond the track is very well done again. Yeah, gone above and beyond, so to speak, with a sort of detail of outside of the track as well, to give you that bit more element of realism. So yeah, sweeping around. Loads of marbles on the outside. Coming down to where obviously the part of, if it was the shorter track, would be. Obviously they've blocked off, as you can see. This is the full circuit. Now coming down to this corner, this is I'd say this is probably the start of the more the technical part of the track. Not sure if this would be start sector 2, or where we would probably be in sector 2 by now, so this would be sector 2. So Sector 2 and 3 of the track would be more the sort of the technical part of the track. Sector 1, a lot of it's sort of like just flat out, not many corners. Still some nice straights, a bit of a narrow track though, so yeah, overtaking, probably want to get it done start finish straight, onto the start finish straight. Not sure, you might, depending on what car you go with as well, with your top speed. Sector 1 with the sort of uphill where you're flat out leading up to the chicane. Not sure if you could probably get someone into the chicane. You could probably get someone coming out of the chicane if they mess it up, if they're too slow, and you can manage to carry a lot more speed through. So yeah, still a fun track. Like I said, one of my favourites, or my favourite out of the America track pack anyway. Coming up the hill, always had issues with this part of the track, the sort of uphill bend on Forza. Car always used to seem to sort of break away on the back end. It doesn't seem as bad on Assetto Corsa Competizione, so which is nice. Coming up, like I said, not sure what part then we'd start sector 3. No sort of telltale signs, I don't know. Again, coming up to one of my infamous corners anyway. Not a corner that I particularly like, especially in Forza. Again, I could never seem to get it correct. Always used to lose a lot of lap time, or getting round it or coming out the other side. Detail, I'm just going to go up, pan out, as you can see, look. Detail way past the track is just, yeah, absolutely awesome to sort of give you that sense, realism about, yeah, buildings there and everything. Coming around, I'd say, yeah, we're definitely in sector 3 now. Again, another corner, probably the slowest corner of the track, maybe one of them. And got to get it right. Big bit of runoff area there, but obviously you'll invalidate your lap, but actually maybe getting hustled out. Again, another corner you really need to take right, obviously, because there is a bit of a straight. Obviously it's not a huge straight, but you always get someone getting the run onto you, and into this second from last corner would be an issue. Again, a lot of runoff area up on this part of the track. Maybe a sort of overtaking opportunity. You've got that runoff. Forced wide by somebody. So yeah, the grandstand to the right. You're going to get the back of the sort of pit area and the paddocks. Got your helicopter again, medical helicopter. Yeah, coming up to the final corner. Again, another corner, yeah, you really need to get right. You run the risk of, yeah, slipstreamed down the start finish straight. Obviously you've got the pit entrance as well. Yeah, sort of start that final corner, which isn't too bad. Again, you're not really going to get people stuck behind you as you go into the pits. Again, it's definitely not as long as Indianapolis, the pit, but yeah, it's still sort of a good size, fairly straight, bit like Laguna as well, very open pit. Yeah, and there's the start finish straight again. So that's your track walk done. Now get a lap. So here we go, a lap of Watkins Glen. The track I probably like the most out of the 3 tracks. Again, I've always liked this track. Yeah, back in the Forza days. So start with that. And try and find your braking zone. We'll run it. Yeah, you can take a lot of that curb. It's good. Get flat out through this section. Find your braking point. Probably carried a bit more speed through there. So it's showing that you can, use a lot of the curb without getting a track cut. Corner I always struggled with. Forza. Definitely seems a very fast track. Oh, hit the wall. It definitely seems a very fast track, not many really slow corners. It's good. Make for some interesting racing. And across the line. So guys, that's it. The 3 tracks, the American track pack that will, well, hopefully, all being well, fingers crossed, be releasing for the consoles on the 10th, which hopefully once this video goes live should be around about 4 days time. So yeah, but once it drops, guys, you'll have to let me know what you think of the tracks, or even before that, once you watch my video, leave a comment down below what actual track you're looking forward to out of the 3. As I said, you know my favourite. The other 2 are okay, but yeah, Watkins Glen for me is yeah, the track that I definitely like a lot more. But as I said, guys, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. So it's on the road to 1,000 subs. Every subscriber is going to help with that. And like I said, till the next time, we'll catch you on the next live stream.